drones so far actually, so that's not too bad. Luxury won't mind that too much. That's not too much loss of resources, but he will mind losing those overlords, and that shuttle has been upgraded for fast movement for fast movement speed as well. So Luxury will mind the loss of those overlords, because that's going to limit the amount of troops he's going to produce. Cal now pumping from 3 or 4 gateways, so he's going to have a significant. He's actually got 5 or 6 gateways. He can actually put up cannons as well to defend his main in anticipation of a possible drop by Luxury. The Luxury doesn't seem to be gearing up for that just yet, and another Reaver drop goes off. So Luxury doing an excellent job of harassing. Cal doing an excellent job of harassing Luxury, but he hasn't really been very effective in his harass thus far. He's only killed off about 4 drones, so Luxury won't mind that. He's now putting up a spire, so he's probably going to try and build a few scourges from that, because he does have higher list. So I don't think he's going to go for higher list muta. He's probably going to go for a few scourges just to take out observers and shuttles and things like that, or maybe try and counter those corsairs. And now it looks like Cal is going to move out. Cal needs to focus on this expansion at the 3 o'clock position, but it looks like Cal might actually just forego that and go straight for Luxury's main. Luxury now setting up for a drop. Luxury is going to drop Cal's main with those overlords. He's loading up those overlords with hydrolis. Cal does have a few photon cannons there to defend it, and the drop goes off, and Luxury. So both players are going for the jugular here. Both players going for each other's bases. Cal attacking Luxury's expansion, which only has a sunken to defend it, and he's sending all his hydrolis into Luxury's base. Luxury sent all his hydrolis into Cal's base. So Luxury only had a sunken to defend it, and Cal making mincemeat of this expansion, this national expansion here. He's got 2 Reavers in that shuttle, and the shuttle are owning it up as well. Meanwhile, Cal's base is being devastated by Luxury's hydrolis, but Luxury is going to be in trouble here, because he's not going to be able to produce any reinforcements in his main or in his expansion, because Cal has units stationed there already, and hydrolis are going to die as soon as they pop out. And you can see exactly that's what's happening. The Reavers are killing off the hydrolis, and he's going to lose his tech. He's going to lose his spire and his hydrolis. And if he doesn't do something, he's brought those hydrolis to reinforce himself from somewhere. His hydrolis do seem to be winning the battle inside Cal's base, but Cal does have speeded up zealots. And Cal again has microed those Reavers behind the mineral line. Luxury's positioning them excellently with a zealot wall to protect them. So Luxury's going to have a hard time picking off those Reavers, and his hydrolis just getting mincemeat made out of them. So Luxury very, very cleverly waiting for the Scourge to pop. So he's going to use the Scourge to take out that shuttle, because Cal doesn't have his crosshairs protecting it. And now Luxury finally is going to be able to kill off those 2 Reavers. But Cal has done significant damage to Luxury's economy. He's definitely evened up the balance in terms of economy in the game, and those Reavers still continuing to kill off Luxury's drones. Cal doing an excellent job in Luxury's base. We're not sure how Cal's base is holding up, but Luxury again with another group of hydrolis is finally going to be able to take out these Reavers. It looks like he's going to use the spawning pool as well. I did think he lost his hydrolis 10. Okay, the spawning pool is not going to lose. So Luxury finally eliminating. So Cal did a lot of damage with a single group of zealots and a couple of Reavers, and it looks like even though Luxury has managed to take out a few gateways in Cal's base, Cal is going to have those up and running very soon. So it's hard to say who's come out on top in that. Definitely Luxury's economy took a significant hit, but at the same time Cal lost his gateways, but Cal didn't lose any economy on that, and Luxury's actually, his tech survived. So that's very interesting to know. Cal doing grand in trying to keep up the pressure. He's just running again with those zealots. Is he going to go for the 3 o'clock expansion? That's the expansion he needs to take down. Luxury definitely is a little bit more vulnerable now, because he's lost the defensive structures that he had in his expansion and his natural. So his main and his natural, he had a sunken and spore colonies there, and Zealots now just trying to fight these hydrolis, and Luxury forced to pull him back into his expansion, and Cal now coming in with his Reaver. Okay, he's forced to pull the Zealots out because that's sunken. The Zealots are a little bit fragmented there. So this is becoming a blistering game. Both players attacking each other, playing an excellent attack, and Luxury really needs to set up some defenses and consolidate his thing. He is spread very, very thin, and Cal is taking advantage of that. Cal has a lot less area to defend, and Cal now putting up his own expansion at the 8 o'clock position. So Cal going for the 3rd gas as well, because he realizes Luxury has 3 gas, and some of his Corsairs just got taken out there by the hydrolis. So Cal now has Templar as well. Cal has Templar, so that's very vital in fighting against the Zerg, and he's rebuilt his gateway so that he can continue to produce units. Luxury is still trying to recover from that drop on his main by Cal. So the game very, very evenly poised right now. We're not. It's hard to tell who's going to come out on top. I do feel that Cal is doing very, very well. He's got a reasonable sized army built up, and I'm not sure if Luxury has what it takes to cope with Reavers and Templar and Zealots when Cal does decide to make his attack. Luxury doesn't have sunken lines. He doesn't have a lot of lurkers. Okay, he's finally got a few lurkers up, but if you look at Luxury's army, it's not that sizable. But Luxury needs to try and take down that base of Cal's that new expansion if he can, or maybe he can drop Cal's main again. Cal does have photon cannons to defend it though, so Cal with a significant force anticipating Luxury's attack, and Luxury's Zerg is just going in now to Cal, the newly building expansion at the 8 o'clock position, and Luxury trying to take that expansion out, but Cal anticipated that attack and has got defense forces there, and he's got photon cannons, and he's got units around the photon cannons. He doesn't have observers, so that is very significant. Those lurkers are going to kind of inhibit him from doing much until he can get photon cannons, and Cal now has a couple of Dark Templar and High Templar in that shuttle, so it looks like he's going to go for another drop. Luxury, we have to say, he did have defenses against drops earlier, but that previous attack from Cal has killed off those defenses. So Luxury's base is undefended. Excuse me, sorry. His limited troops are positioned. Excellent storm goes off from Cal there to take off those two lurkers, even though he didn't have the Overlord. And Luxury once again dropping in Cal's main, but that's going to be a very ineffective drop because Storm goes off. Most of Luxury's troops seem to have died in that drop. Most of Luxury's troops seem to have died just to the Storm and the photon cannons. So Luxury is not going to has not done any significant damage with that drop. It was a worthless drop. It did no damage to Cal's economy or to his ability to produce units. Cal is now going to do his own drop, and we're going to see in a second how effective that's going to be. If Cal can inflict some damage on Luxury's economy, he's going to be in trouble. And Cal very cleverly dropping those two Dark Templar in Luxury's base. He doesn't have any Overlords, and Storm goes off in Luxury's natural expansion. Brilliant Storm goes off. Lots of drones being picked off. He does have Overlords there, but he doesn't have any units to fight those Dark Templar. The Dark Templar are just laying waste to those drones in Luxury's base, and he isn't doing anything about it. He's not even microing those drones away from those Dark Templar to try and escape. He's busy attacking Cal's expansion at 8 o'clock, so he's allowing Cal to take out his economy. He's sacrificing his economy at his main and his national to try and take out that base at 8 o'clock. He does have a couple of lurkers buried there, but Storm goes off. Cal has a pretty large sized army. He's finally got an observer, so he's going to be able to take down those lurkers, and Cal saves his expansion at the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Luxury's economy has been devastated, and you have to feel that the momentum has now gone towards Cal, and you have to feel that Cal is now in a very strong position in this matchup. Luxury has lost to that High Templar and Dark Templar drop. Luxury has lost all of his drones in his main and his natural expansion, so all he has left are the few drones at his 3 o'clock expansion, and that's not very many. He's only got about 10 drones left, so that's GG. That looks like GG to me. I don't see how Luxury is going to come back. He's not going to be able to produce a significant amount of troops. Cal, on the other hand, his economy is unaffected, and he's going to be able to continue pumping troops. And Cal again, once again, going for the drop at that 3 o'clock expansion. And oh my god, and there go the rest of Luxury's drones. So Luxury is now droneless. He has no drones. He's going to have to spend all his resources, if he has any saved up, building up drones, and Cal is just going to be too far ahead in terms of an army for Luxury to be able to do anything. He doesn't have many defenses. He's got a handful of hydrolists, but he's not able to. Okay, he does have a few drones that he saved up, but those drones are going to take some time before he can rebuild his economy to even come close to Cal. And Cal now taking this opportunity, he's going to try and close this game down now with this push. He's going for the 3 o'clock expansion. No, he's actually trying. Is he going to go for the natural? Both Luxury's natural and main are relatively undefended. His expansion does have a couple of sunkens there, but Luxury in big trouble. And Cal, it looks like, is going for Luxury's 3 o'clock base. He just needs to wait for that observer to come around, and those two lurkers are all he has to defend it, and a couple of sunkens, and they're not going to be enough to hold Cal's forces. So Luxury now fighting. Okay, Luxury gives up. He was going to try and fight with those hydrolists, but that was hopeless. So really, I think we can argue that the turning point in the game, first of all, Luxury spread himself too thin. He didn't have enough defenses. His drop inside his first drop inside Cal's main was not very effective. Okay, he took out a couple of gateways, but in the process, he sacrificed a lot in his own base. A lot of his own army got killed off, and Cal did slow down his economy a little bit with those two Reavers and the Zealots. But the significant bit about that attack was that he killed off Luxury's defense buildings, and Luxury didn't rebuild those defense buildings, and therefore when Cal came a second time around, that Dark Templar and High Templar drop, which was brilliantly synchronized, owned Luxury up. GG, that was a great game. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. This is Klazart. Thanks for listening.
먼저 김부현 선수의 승리를 바탕으로 2대 0으로 앞서갑니다.